This was yesterday, guys. It was hammering down with snow yesterday. What a difference a day makes. It's quite incredible, really. The snow was pouring down yesterday, and then you wake up today and the weather is totally different and allows you to get down to the plot and do some gardening, which is all what it's all about. Anyway, here we go. Let's crack on with the rest of the video. Take care. Bye for now. Morning, YouTube. Wow, I can't even look at them, guys. It's absolutely gorgeous at the moment. Anyway, this is Carl from Plot to Plate. No dig. We're going down to the plot. Woohoo! It's absolutely gorgeous day. It's Sunday and it looks awesome out. Let's crack on. There we go. Key safe. Why not working now? Oh, that's right. Gotta go the other way. Okay. Up the gate. My neighbour's chickens. Hang that up. CLC frosty. It's been a really cold night, guys, and this is the project that I gotta get on with, to be honest. This is really, really bad. I gotta get sheets, so I'm gonna start digging this section out, harvest them rest of them sprouts, digging that out and getting all that straightened up down this one edge with some corrugated steel sheets. That's the plan, and I'm gonna try and get that done this morning. Okay, so oops, frightened me to death, that cat did then. So here's inside the tunnel, which we're not going to be going into today. Well, I am. I'm going to be actually putting some seed starts, lettuce, different varieties of lettuce really, spring onions and so forth are going to be planted in there today. Ground's hard. Ground's hard. And here's the polytunnel. It's very nice and warm in here though. I wonder what the temperature is. I'll have to get my temperature gauge from the other tunnel in here. I think this is where it's all happening here at the moment. So anyway, let's crack on with getting some seeds. So YouTube, what I'm going to be planting, guys, I got some broad beans, variety, I never get this right, it's called Agua Dulce, maybe, something like that. Anyway, it's one of my favourite varieties that I grow every year, even though I still can't pronounce it after 28 years of growing. And the other variety peas, the other varieties got these peas, these are a main crop, and these are called alderman. And what I like about these is not just the flavour of the peas, but they just produce such an abundance of peas, and it's ideal for the stall, of course. So I'm just going to show you what I plant the seeds. Nothing that you don't already know, as it were, but it just sort of, I don't know, just this time of year we're looking at March the 2nd or March the 3rd now, and obviously you can see the onions and things like that are in from previous videos. These are quite hardy, so what I normally do with these, the peas, is I'll sow the first batch, will be ready for peas for shoots, so I'll just pick the heads out of them ready for salad bags, because I'm going to be planting some salad crops today as well, but they go into these trays, which I'll show you in a second about that. So anyway, I normally plant these cells are 28 cells, and I normally put 2 seeds per cell, and obviously I use the dibber that I got, so I'll show you how I do that now. And we'll go from there. So let's crack on. So I've just got a bog standard multi-purpose compost. It's basically Vitax Q4. Okay. And all I do, oh, do you know what? It's so lovely to get your hands back in the soil, guys. You know, it's just fantastic. And it's really lovely out there at the moment, the weather. So I don't know what the weather's going to be like with you at the moment, but it's beautiful. Today's beautiful. Yesterday was atrocious, but It's so warm in this tunnel. If I had a temperature gauge, I'd tell you, but I reckon it's going to be 22, 23 degrees. So I just fill it up with compost. I don't force it in yet. What I do is I like to stamp the trays down. Just give it a, and that's firm enough in there now. This is where I'm going to be planting my peas. Just top it off with a bit more compost. And don't worry if the compost is just coming over the tops of the cells a little bit. That's fine. It'll all settle in. And I'm not too worried about seeing where the cells are because I've got the tool, which is this, which is my multi-dibber. And what I'm going to do, just tidy the edge off a bit. And I'm going to damp that down. Just tamp it down a bit. Not damp it down, tap it down. And then, when I put the contraption over the top, the dibber, just give it a push down, and then voila, all the holes are done. And then I open the peas up, and then I normally put 2 peas on top of each other per station. Okay, just stand up so I can see what I'm doing here. Drop them in the hole, drop them in the hole, drop them in the hole. Just push them in slightly, so. And these will go up on the rack, just in case the mice, because I have got a problem with mice at the moment coming in. And put some traps down, perhaps. Humane ones, of course. Because mice love peas. Not as much as me though, so I've got to stop them. So 2 per cell. And then I put these in a wet tray so that they'll soak the moisture up from the bottom rather than watering from the top. And these, even if one seed doesn't go, you always got a chance of another seed being germinated, as it were. So I always put 2 seeds. And these cell trays are large enough to handle 2 seeds because, like I said, they're for shoots, they're not for actual, because I know I plant my peas when I want them to go, when I want them for pods. I plant them then differently. I plant them in gutter trays. So that's what I do with it when I want them to grow, so I can pick them for peas. So they go up the nets and things. All I do then, just a slightly bit of compost over the top. I don't firm it down at all, just gently over the top. Now it's nice and fluffy, okay, like so. And then that goes in the tray with water in, and it sits in the tray, absorbs the water, and then we're away. So I'll just put that one to one side, and I label it as well, which I got to get into the practice of doing that, because last year I wrote a load of labels out, and the pen I used, schoolboy error really, when I used the pen, it just rubbed off. When the moisture was in the polytunnel, it just rubbed off, and I wasn't sure what was in what until it came up. But the trouble is, when you're planting brassicas, as you know, some of the seedlings look very, very similar to one another. So I thought I was having cabbage, and I was actually having collie. And then I was planting more cabbage, thinking, planting more collie, thinking I didn't have enough, and then they were collie, you know, that type of thing. Oops. So there we are. Right, so with the broad beans, slightly different. To create this compost goes in. compost is so expensive at the moment though. What I do here, guys, is I just put my thumb in rather than use a dibber, because the seed is larger for the broad bean. I just make an indent with my thumb, and you can see the soil is above the cell. You haven't got to do that, but I just prefer it. It just gives that plant a bit more soil, that seed a bit more soil to extend in. And I just push my thumb in, open up the seed, and there's different ways of planting it. Some people put it up that way, some people, I always just put it on the side. It'll find his own way. It'll find his own way up. Now, as you're going through, you can check the seed, because sometimes some of the seed, like that one, it's okay, it'll go in, but there's some that a little bit look a bit offish, and I just don't plant them, just put them to one side. You know, there's some with like marks on them and stuff, you know, just put them to one side. Some of these are really look lovely seed, to be honest. So there we are. So they're all done, and I'll do a batch now. It's March, and I'll do another batch at the end of April, and that really is basically it. So you see how you put them in, and all I do now is just get a bit of extra compost, and again just put them in. And I just fill them slightly, so you'll start to see them popping through then. And these will go on the tray, which I'll show you now, okay? So again, I've just done a sowing of the onions, the White Lisbon onions. I'll do another sowing at the end of April, and I'll do a final sowing at the end of May, and that'll give me a concessional batch of White Lisbon onions to sell as bunches on the store. I do just get a normal multi-purpose compost. That was seed compost that I put in originally, and I just basically cover them up, get rid of any lumps, stop so much wood in some of this compost these days. So it's bad really. It'll break down eventually, like, but when you're planting seeds, last thing you want is something to block the seed growth, you know. So there we are. So that's pretty much done. And again, this will go into the watering hole, I call it, in the tray with water already in it, and that'll be job done. So this move that to one side, and the same process with the beetroot. So let's I won't let you go through all the boring bit, but guys, of me doing it all again, so I'll speed it up for you, okay? So just put the trays in here. There's the White Lisbon onions gone in. I may have to actually I just may have to put it in a different tray. You can see already much of the water has been absorbed there, guys. Okay. And there's the beetroot going in. If I move these across, I might just be able to sneak in 2 trays on the end. Which is true, I can't, yay! So, put that one in there. Put it on sort of level out a bit. And put the other one on there, like so. And put that one on there. And then this will go hopefully over the top, like so. Full protection. There we are. Right, it's time to fill the bath up ready for the carrots, guys. Woohoo! This is exciting, I love the carrots. So guys, I got 3 varieties of tomato to sow. Some of these I'm going to be giving away. I'm going to grow them. I'm going to keep a couple for myself, but some I'm going to be giving away. This is a super steak. It's a beef tomato. I got a red cherry tomato, which are adorable. And I've got the old popular favourite Moneymaker. So I'm sowing these 3 varieties today. And then I'll sow a couple like Sun Gold and Alicante. And there's another one called Crimson Crush, which is an outdoor variety, which I'm trialing again this year for myself. There's lots of people who have success with it, but I don't. But I've tasted them and they're lovely to eat, so I'm going to keep trying. But that's the plan anyway. So these 3 are going to be planted basically into 3 just little containers. Start them off as seeds, and then just 10, 15 seeds in each, and then that's going to be more than enough for what I need. Like I said, some of these will be given away anyway, and then the other varieties, which I'll be sowing a little bit later, will be ones that I will use for the stall, for the sale, and things. So yeah, between March and April we can sow these, so we'll have a little go and see what we can do with these. So the first one I'm going to try is the Moneymaker, and like I said, get rid of the spider that's attacking me there. So these, there's loads of seeds in here, to be honest. Too many for what I need, but I'll plant 20 maybe, and I can just separate them out when they come. Well, it's probably about 30 in here, to be honest. But hey-oh, and just tap them in. And these seeds might go to one of the other allotment tiers, to be honest, some of them. Just put that one in there so I know it's Moneymaker. A little bit of compost on top, and I literally mean a little bit. Just to cover the seeds and make sure they're in contact with the soil. Just any lumps, don't break them up, guys. So there's one done. Cherry tomato now. Let's go on these. A little label in the side. Till I write my labels out, I left them in the house, haven't I? So I know what these are, and I've made a note of the date on my phone. I'm hoping that I'll have a load of plants of these. Hold them up tight, put them back in. I do like the cherry tomatoes, man, I've got to be honest. And then again, just to get a little bit of compost over the top, get rid of any lumps that are in there. Just make sure the seeds are in contact with the soil. I'll spray these now before putting them onto the watering hole. And the final variety, this is the Super Steak, and I might keep 1 or 2 plants of these, but I won't be keeping them all. These will be going out to other allotmenteers and to some friends that I've got that want the beef tomatoes because they like them in a sandwich. So I'm going to give a number of these plants away, so also quite a few of these as well. There's not many beefsteak seeds normally that come with them, but there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 seeds. Yep, 11 seeds, none there. So that's all we got on that one. Let's get some compost. Just sprinkle on the top. Trim them down. So there's 3 varieties there ready to under the water now. So yes, I think that's going to be it for today, guys. So thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe and like and notification bell if you want to catch up with more videos. This is Carl signing out. Bye for now.